Decision 2016 coverage now. We've invited the candidates for Milwaukee Mayor, County Executive, and State Supreme Court to appear in this segment of our noon news, and all have accepted that invitation. Today we're going to be speaking with Milwaukee Alderman Bob Donovan, elected to the Common Council 16 years ago, serving his fourth term. He is running for mayor against the incumbent Tom Barrett, who was elected in 2004. Mayor Barrett will appear with us in this segment coming up next week, Thursday. Today, it's the challenger, Alderman Donovan. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you again.
Well, thank you, Vince. Appreciate it.
But you've made fighting crime and reducing crime in Milwaukee kind of the pillar of your campaign. So let's start with a couple of questions there. The mayor was quoted in the fall, and I know you've talked about this before, but I'll read you the quote from the Business Journal. As long as you're not involved in illegal drugs, as long as you're not involved with illegal guns, as long as you're not involved in gang activity, this is a safe city. Quote from Mayor Tom Barrett. I know you've picked at that, but can you get there with the mayor on his overall premise that if you're not looking for trouble, trouble's not going to find you?
Well, I would argue if you use that same quote to the victims of crime that we see day in and day out, they're the ones that are suffering because of the chaos that's going on across our city. Auto thefts, the homicides, the robberies. Robberies up 29% in the last 5 years. Violent crime up 99%, Vince, since the mayor took office. This needs to turn around and give people the light at the end of the tunnel. So without a safe environment, nothing else positive can really occur in our neighborhoods. That's why I emphasize public safety.
Well, let's talk about the Bob Donovan plan for that. You've talked about hiring more police officers. I think your number was 200. Beyond that, what is your plan for dealing with this as you sit in City Hall?
First of all, we must restore the level of morale amongst our officers. In my 16 years at City Hall, Vince, I have never seen it as low as it is now. Number two, I believe some of our policies within the department need to change, like the no pursuit policy. Criminals are telling us that they are engaging in criminal activity because they know the police won't chase them. Thirdly, yes, we need the additional officers, getting them out on the streets, walking beats, bicycles, connecting with the citizens that they're protecting, and vice versa. There's absolutely no better way to improve police-community relations. Beyond that, our juvenile justice system needs a total and complete overhaul. We need to get the state involved in that, certainly. So there are any number of things that need to occur that simply haven't.
Let me ask you about the economy, and let's start with the Milwaukee streetcar. You fought that project every step of the way. You fought and fought and fought. You ultimately lost. The shovels are in the ground. It's happening. If you become mayor on April 5th, will you give the streetcar an opportunity to succeed, or will you still try to dismantle it?
Well, I will do my best because I know for a fact the overwhelming majority of Milwaukeeans oppose this, and to me this is a solution in desperate pursuit of a problem. It's not solving any problem, any transportation problem we have, yet costing our taxpayers well over $100 million, $125 just to build it, let alone to operate it, to maintain it. So, yes, I would do what I can, absolutely.
But the argument would be made, we've already spent the money, they're already tearing up the streets. I mean, you're going to go back on that then?
Some of the preliminary work is going on. The major tearing up of streets won't go on until after this election.
It's the utility work at this point.
Sure. Yeah, some minor utility work is underway, but to me, this is an incredible waste of money when we have so many other pressing needs in the city that have been neglected.
Well, Alderman, thanks so much for being here. It's only about a week and a half out, so best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And again, Mayor Tom Barrett will be joining us in this segment next week, Thursday, and we're posting all these interviews in their entirety up on our website as well. That is TMJ4.com.